Hey, it's Bri, and you are watching... So, biggest news is I have officially finished my contract with the Department of Justice, and as of 5 PM last Friday, my occupation title has changed from Judge's Associate to self-employed. Really, that just means that I'm applying for Centrelink and don't know what to put on my business cards. In the past 10 days, I have found out about no less than 4 hugely exciting things that I have been invited to do, or that I've sort of applied for, and good news has come back from them, and I can't tell you about any of them, and I'm dying because they are really huge, both for me and my personal freelance writing career, and also for Hot Chicks with Big Brains. I suppose you'll just have to take my word for it. The powers that be decided that I cared about feminism and women's issues, wink wink, and that I might be a young writer who is capable and interested in presenting things at fantastic events and occasions later in 2016, wink wink. Anyways, the news will start trickling out, I suppose, in the next week or so, but I just feel like it was perfect timing that I finished work on Friday when I just started hearing about all these incredible things that have come through for me, and it's just been like a dream, but like a kick-ass, kicking goals dream. So on the weekend, when we found out about some of the more exciting stuff, we popped a bottle of champagne.
Apparently you're supposed to twist the bottle. It's like a shit ad for...
One of the other cool things that happened between this video and the last one I made was that I took a trip down to Melbourne and photographed 3 of the interviews that took place that are going to be featured in issue 1 of Hot Chicks with Big Brains, and that was a really fantastic process because I also feel like you know, it's pretty obvious that my photography is improving. And it's interesting for me to be a photographer and a writer at the same time, because I feel like whereas I can see just visually whether or not my skills are improving, I find that much harder to gauge with my writing. And while I was down in Melbourne also, I met with Lorelei Vashti, because she is one of the writers for issue 1. And she interviewed Minna Gilligan, the artist, and that was so cool to be in Minna Gilligan's studio. And then Lorelei and I had a coffee afterwards, and I was just explaining to her my vision for Hot Chicks with Big Brains and the way I'm conceptualizing that we might be able to diversify our content for 2016 and how we're going to do multiple issues this year. And Lorelei said, wow, it's like you're creating like this, you know, this feminist media empire. I really like that idea. This is my feminist media empire. I was very flattered that that's how what I'm trying to do was described. Thank you, Lorelei. The other cool thing is that for the past 2 weeks or so, I have been already starting in my role as Zanita Whittington's assistant. Zanita is the fashion blogger who has invited me to intern with her as her assistant for Fashion Week in New York. And she's basically said that she's seen my photography and my writing and also wants me to start contributing to her site regularly, and that she wants me to shoot some of her outfits while we're in New York City. And that's just a huge, huge foot in the door for me in terms of fashion writing and fashion photography, because that is a notoriously difficult nut to crack. So things relating to New York are really shaping up as well, and I couldn't be more excited about that. So what's next? What's coming in the next fortnight? The next video you watch will be me coming to you from New York City. Bam! I am so excited! Sometimes I look back at these videos that I've been making for Writer's Block and I realize that maybe 30% of the time that I'm on video is just me saying how excited I am. It's not a bad thing. I'm not going to apologize. One thing I've noticed lately is that I've been spending a lot of time applying for things, doing admin work, just responding to emails, editing, event management, project management, and not a lot of time actually writing. I do remember Chrissy Neen saying something about that on her Facebook last year, that when you get big into like writing festival season, and if you supplement your writing income with doing other workshops and work, that it's very easy to let your actual writing time get away from you. I mean, obviously I'm super early on in my career, but I can like already see that happening. So that's something that I'm going to try and attend to. I've started blogging again, which is really nice for me. I used to have a personal blog, and I had to quit it when I started as a judge's associate, obviously, because I was representing a judicial public official. But I've started again. I made a little while ago an online portfolio that's just like Bri Lee work, and now I've made a blog that's Bri Lee play. And that'll be nice for me to document cool stuff that happens at Fashion Week, maybe make some more videos like this, but about different facets of my life, maybe. Please stay tuned, maybe on my blog, maybe on the Hot Chicks with Big Brains Facebook, because I'm really serious that all of these exciting things that I found out about, and I'm dying that I can't tell you now. But they are huge and wonderful. If you've been watching these videos, you probably have a bit of an idea about what I'm talking about, but anyway. Cool. I will see you in a fortnight's time in New York City. Cool beans. Kicking, goals, bam, kick, goals, goal, kicked, bam. This is like me applying for a grant.